Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Greg Michalowski. Today's date is December 10th, 2014. I'm going to take a quick look at some of our major currency pairs. I'm going to start off with oil prices because oil has been hit hard. But looking at the hourly chart, we did just come down to a level of support. That support comes off of a trend line here connecting the most recent lows, low right here in yesterday's trade, and again a low in trading here today. So we have now 3 points along that line. The level comes in around the 160.55 level. As long as the price remains above that 60.55 level, we have the potential for a corrective move to the upside here that could take the price back to the underside of this trend line right here. This trend line held a number of different attempts up here to try to get above that level, only to have the market fall to the downside. So we are at a key level, but that level can define risk and limit risk for oil prices. So be aware that there may be some support in oil prices now at that 60.55 level. Let's go to the euro versus US dollar next. And if I take a look at the hourly chart of the euro versus US dollar, what do we see here? We see a nice little trend line here that connects different highs. Yesterday we came up to that trend line, found sellers. Today our high price for the day came in at the 123.35 level. The trend line comes in around the 124.35 level, and the trend line comes in around the 124.39 or so level. So the market did find some sellers against that level on the first look. Currently trading around the 23 level. The correction off the high has been fairly muted, so we are keeping the bears in control here for the pair. You can see how the correction not all that great. If I put a Fibonacci on from the low to the high right here, it came about 38.2% retracement of this trend move to the upside. So that's good news for the euro versus US dollar, keeping its bullishness intact. We will watch, however, this 124.39 level move above that level could open up the door for further upside here for the euro. Where might we go or move toward? And I have to look up toward this 125 area to 125.08 level. A number of different high prices came in through that area, and low prices for that matter. And so I would look for the market to potentially get up to that level over the next day or two. One of the things that may get in the way is tomorrow we have the TLTRO program coming out. This is a second tranche of that, and it may, well, indications are that it might not be all that well subscribed. That could change, and what it is free money basically for banks to go out and lend it. But if the banks don't have any customers out there to lend to, why do they need the money? Or they just have to pay it back. So they already have enough liquidity on their banks to lend out. Now, why would they need more? So there is some thought that if the number is lower than expectations or not subscribed, that the ECB would definitely have to do more QE to get that amount of money into the system up toward that 1 trillion level that they're trying to target. So that might be more bearish for the euro versus US dollar. But if it is, we're not going to see the price move above this level, or we're going to see the price move above it and then move back down below it, aren't we? And the other level that we're going to be watching on the downside is the November lows. The November lows came in around the 123.57 to 59.9, and note here that in trading not only yesterday on the correction, but again today, the market came down toward that 57.59 level and couldn't move below that level. So lots of support buying down here. So if the market is going to move either to the upside or to the downside, there are some levels that the market's going to have to get above. One, this level right here, and then two, that level right there. And on the downside, we're going to need to get below these levels right here, starting off with the 123.57 to 59 level on the downside. Okay, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar next, and we'll take a look at the hourly chart again, because this currency pair is also in a consolidation box, if you will. That consolidation box encompasses this area right here between 157.40 on the top side and 157.618 on the downside. The closer support here for this currency pair, we saw support come come against the 100-hour moving average. That's this blue line in the chart, not only yesterday, but also today. And so the ability to stay above that level is more bullish for this pair. Other levels of importance perhaps maybe the 50% retracement level, which we've come down to over a couple hours in the New York session here today, and found support buyers against that level, having just tested that level as well on the downside. So there's good support at the 156.82 level for the sterling versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. And off the hourly chart, we fell below the trend line right here and also below the 200-hour moving average. That's a green line in this chart. It is underneath that or near this red line right here. And we fell down to the 50% retracement in trading yesterday. I found support buyers near that level around the 117.84 level. The corrective move to the upside took the price back above this moving average and this trend line right here. It shouldn't have done that, but when the market started to fall apart in the Asian session here, or move back lower, we started to respect that 200-hour moving average again, and it started to move back to the downside. In the New York session, we've fallen below the 38.2% retracement, and in this case, we didn't get the sharp rebound back to the upside we saw in yesterday's. We did come up to the 38.2% retracement and are finding sellers against that level. So the dollar yen is continuing to keep the pressure on that currency pair, or the traders are continuing to keep the pressure on that currency pair. Let's take a look at the Aussie versus US dollar. This is another one of those currency pairs. Trying to find a bottom, if you will, for this currency pair. Maybe like the oil prices are trying to find a bottom, and there are some indications that that may be in place. But having said that, we're having some difficulty on the top side as well. And what I refer to is this ability to stay or reestablish this this area right here against the old trend line. This trend line connected a number of different lows through here. Let me get that right tool there. This low right here, this low right here, there's low, low, another low through here. And we try to reestablish that low through in yesterday, not yesterday's, the day before traders, and then again in yesterday and today's trading. So we are trying to find support there. We had some movements below the level, but not sustainable levels. So we maintain support. The problem on the top side for this currency pair is the inability to get and stay above the 100-hour moving average. That 100-hour moving average was broken right here and again broken right here, only to have the market move back below that level. So the 100-hour moving average is going to be a level of importance. That level comes in at the 83.21. Actually, it's 83.21. Maybe it's a little bit lower than that, 18 or so. If we are able to stay below that level, it's more bearish. If we move above it, it's more bullish. And finally, I want to take a look at the New Zealand versus US dollar. This currency pair is important because we do have a Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision coming out at 3 p.m. this afternoon. And the market in today's trading has been able to stay above the 100-hour moving average. That's the blue line in this chart. That level comes in at the 77 level. So that's going to be a key level for traders. If we are able to stay stay above it, it's more bullish through the RBNZ interest rate decision. So we would be able to or look for the market to move up toward the 50% retracement. If we move below it, however, we could see some further pressure to the downside. So this is our line in the sand, if you will, for through the RBNZ interest rate decision tonight. No rate change is expected. My name is Greg Michalowski. This has been a look at some of the major currency pairs. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.